it's really hard for y'all to like discern what's real and what's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I see them now. Some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's.
Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
You really heard that? Nah.
What? Yeah, I watched it on the internet. You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't understand. Do you understand why he slapped Chris? Did you see in that moment from probably what he was dealing with?
What was he dealing with? What the f was he dealing with?
Something made him slap his brother.
No, something didn't make him snap anything. He laughed at that bad joke that Chris said, like everybody else. And then Jada looked at him, and it was like the Manchurian Candidate.
Not the Manchurian.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just real life street stars. You know what time it is.
Now I have to ask before we get out because I don't want to forget it. Your earrings just reminded me of Black Power, Black Excellence, and I just need your take on it because Emancipation comes out in 1 hour. Came out December 9th, which is today's the 9th, right?
That's such a fucking below the belt fucking question.
No, but I just got
It's the only below the belt question that you asked because you already know what's gonna happen. Don't front. We've been down there. Fuck Will Smith.
No, wait.
He can kiss my ass.
Wait.
He should have never slapped Chris. I'm not watching the movie.
Damn it.
It's not happening.
You don't understand. Do you understand why he slapped Chris? Did you see in that moment from probably what he was dealing with?
What was he dealing with?
Shit, I don't know.
What the fuck was he dealing with?
Something made him slap his brother.
No, something didn't make him snap anything. He laughed at that badass joke that Chris said, like every fucking body else. And then Jada looked at him, and it was like the Manchurian Candidate.
Not the Manchurian. Not the Manchurian. God damn it.
That's what the fuck happened.
I thought there's a legion of women who said, I'm glad for Will fighting for his woman.
Yeah, because they still want to believe that sham of a fucking marriage is real.
Well, there you go.
He ain't never gonna be Tupac, and she proved it when she fucked August Alsina.
Ooh, man. Yeah.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house fucking screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills.
And this story starts when I'm with Puff and he's in the exotic bookstores and he's doing shopping, right? He's shopping, getting his stuff and everything like that. So, you know, this is the first time I was ever in an exotic bookstore with Puff. So, you know, I'm giving him his space. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that because they gave him a brown paper bag. When they gave him a brown paper bag, he was just putting stuff in there. So I said, damn, you know, he got to go put it on the counter and, you know, show everybody what he's getting. So as he going, I'm just looking at the places where he picking stuff from. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side. And then he picked like quite a few of them down. I'm like, okay. He put them in the bag. So when I went by there and I looked up there and it said butt plugs. And I was like, hey, yo. I was messing with him. Because people don't understand, you know, we was like friends. He was a part of the same gang, so I'm still gonna tease him. I'm still gonna mess with him and everything like that. I could do that. It wasn't just no security thing. So I say, yo, what are you getting this for? And it said butt plugs, and he was like, yo, can I do my shopping by myself? I said, yeah, you could do it by yourself, brother. And he started walking and everything like that. So when he got to, I just waited at the counter. So when he got to the counter, he didn't even have to show the guy nothing. He just gave the guy a wad of money. I mean, like he gave the guy a stack something like this. And Puff wasn't the dude that carried no 20s and no 50s and nothing like that. And I mean, like he just said, boom. And we walked out the store. So we had to leave Atlanta and go to North Carolina for a show. You understand? And it was him, this rapper, Sarah, and this other girl. We all got on a G5 jet, and we flew to G4 jet, and we flew to North Carolina. And they would go in the room with another couple, right? And I've seen some things happen in the jacuzzi. Like when I'm the only one could go to the room 9 times out of 10. When Puff was the one who, you know, was in the presidential suite, I'm the only one allowed. I gotta watch the door. No one can get into that door. I'm the only one that had the pass key or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you would hear a boom, 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 a thump or whatever the situation is and stuff like that. Yo, what's up? Everything good? And sometimes they would open the door. I'm right there by the door. Sometimes you see things you don't want to see.
Hey, did they ever try to get you involved? Or
Not at all.
Offer you?
Not at all. Puff did it one time, but that's in my book. When he was coming from Dallas, he had the snow bunnies. And I reneged on that. Nah, I'm good.
Hey, did you see any celebrities Puffy did any of that stuff with? The swinger stuff with?
Yeah, I did.
Tell me about that.
I think I told you about that. One time, him and him, Sarah, and this young girl flew from Atlanta. And they, and flying from Atlanta, we had this artist with us, right? And we were staying in the presidential suite at the hotel. And this particular artist and Puff, they told me, don't let nobody come in the room. So I said, all right, cool. So I propped my chair by the room.
Emancipation, how the fuck you gonna play in a movie called Emancipation and you can't emancipate yourself?
Ooh. Bars.
Cause you trapped in a hole. My nigga, you trapped in a hole. This bitch clowning you day after day after day after day. And once again, I hate saying these things because their children are dope. But Jaden's kind of MIA. And considering that he emancipated from their household at 16 and refused to come back even to do family interviews. You know?
Yeah.
Willow's just kind of, she's dope. Too much shit happened in that fucking house. Too much shit happened in that fucking house. And meanwhile, I go to jail for defending my child and these niggas don't even get a CPS fucking visit for the kind of shit they kids see. You know?
There you go.
So yeah, I'll watch the movie when, you know, I'll watch Emancipation when he emancipates himself from the hell that he lives in, that he tries to call marriage with that woman who's still with him. But enjoy the film, buy lots of popcorn. I ain't supporting shit he fucking do. He's a bad representation for black men. He is literally the epitome of a ballless man. I'm sick and tired of people making our black men look weak. I'm sick and tired of that shit because I don't know no nigga that would put up with the shit that bitch done put him through. Now you could justify staying because you ain't want to cut up the money because she would have got the child support and the alimony, but the kids is grown. So if you staying now, it's either because you being blackmailed to stay or you too lazy to go. He housebroken. That don't fit right for a Philly nigga. But he did grow up in Overbrook though. He didn't technically grow up in West Philly. That was Jazzy Just Life he was writing about. He lived over there, not far from where Kobe Bryant grew up. That's the other side of City Avenue. He came up Overbrook, so they had big houses, and he wasn't at the playground get beat up. That was Jazzy.
Documentary that's been going on, man, it's still #1 as far as I know, man. I mean, I don't know how many millions of times this thing has been streamed, but this thing it's kind of crazy how big this thing actually is, because us that's been following for a really long time, kind of heard a lot of the stuff, man, but people are still going crazy for it, man. So what was your first reaction when you first seen it?
When I first seen it, I said, damn, they stole my whole damn idea. You understand? Because I was talking to the producers, and before I talked to the executive director, and the producers knew, I was telling them what I was bringing to the table. Because I was trying to get a deal for me, Kirk, and Tim all together. I told them what we was bringing to the table, who was going to tell a story, how they was going to tell a story. I didn't know exactly what they were going to say, but I knew Tim grew up with Puff, so he can get the childhood thing. So I'm going and telling them the whole angle in which I would like for this to go. You know what I'm saying? What we was bringing to the table. I didn't know how they was going to do it, but I was saying, this is what we're going to bring to the table. Tim could start off with the childhood part of it because they grew up together. That's Tim Patterson. Also, he was the one who was working at Uptown. He was executive over there of A&R and all that other stuff. He went to Island Records. He used to work with over there at Arista, the whole 9 yards. Tim is the one who had the Lost Boys. If you remember the Lost Boys?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tim was the manager of them. That was his group and everything like that. So Tim had a lot of inside and a lot of stuff to do with Puff. I had a lot of other people I could have brought to the table too. Eddie F, who taught Puff how to work the board and everything like that. Just Eddie F, Heavy D, and the boys DJ. I was going to try to get Eddie and some other people like that, but it fell through because the lady was telling me what somebody else didn't give me or what somebody else didn't pay me, and she was being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was a white lady. I'm finding out she a sister.
Diddy has a long list of victims. You got Cassie, Kurt Burrows, Shine, Little Rod, Mark Curry. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on of all the people who he's did wrong. Out of all the people you've heard of, and all the stories that you heard and the stuff that you know about, who do you think is like Diddy's biggest victim?
Who I think Diddy's biggest victim is?
Yep.
The mothers.
Okay.
Big's mama. Wolf's mother. The people that lost their sons. They could never get that back. Especially with those are the two people that changed his life. Put him on that pedestal to be a great producer. So I believe the mothers in them that lost their sons are the biggest victims of it all.
Man, that's deep, man. That's crazy, man. Because you brought up Big and the mom, and in the documentary they even talk about Diddy not paying for the funeral, acting like he's gonna pay it, but then billing it to Biggie. What was your thoughts on that? When you seen that, were you surprised when you seen that?
No, I wasn't surprised, because they said that when Big died, he built the estate. He took it out of Big's his budget. You understand what I'm saying? So I wonder who got the life insurance policy. It was crazy.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.
She said that.
Well, what I said is that isn't it weird that the government was so interested in Diddy's baby oil that they took 1,000 bottles away from his house? If the government took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and somebody had things what appeared to be baby oil, and then you have to listen to the prosecutor. He said that they seized 1,000 bottles what allegedly to be baby oil. Allegedly to be baby oil. So that's telling people that it wasn't baby oil. And people think that that was baby oil, they out their mind. I don't believe it was baby oil. Yo, bro, when they went up in there, they knew what they was gonna find. They knew what was ever in that baby oil or that those bottles that appeared to be baby oil, they knew about that at first. You gotta realize 9 times out of 10, that individual that got caught at the airport, that was supposed to be their carrier, told them what they was doing and what they had. I wouldn't put him past that he told them everything. So when they went up in there, they knew they had to take whatever was out there, and that thing that appeared to be baby oil, they took that. They gotta test every last one of them. Let's see how much, let's see how many of those come back to be baby oil. Bro, listen to me. Costco don't sell that much baby oil. Where you know sell that much baby oil?
Yeah, I don't know any store that sell that much baby oil. I know Costco, they came out and said that they don't even sell baby oil.
My sentiments exactly.
But you personally, right, what do you believe was in the baby oil?
If you ever seen a massage parlor being raided and they walking out the people, do they take the massage oil with them when they go? No, they just walk out the people who are.
For a really long time, being famous in music and movies has been all about the image. It's about the personality you show the world, the brand you build, and the perfect story you tell everyone. We see the fancy clothes, the shiny awards, and the power. But behind all that glitter, there's another world. A world of secrets, hidden rules, and things people are too scared to talk about, because someone powerful might get angry. One man has lived in both of these worlds. From the tough streets of Queens, New York, to the huge mansions of Hollywood. His name is Curtis Jackson, but everyone knows him as 50 Cent. He became famous by saying exactly what he thinks, by fighting with people, and by calling himself the truth teller, in an industry he says is full of liars. But some truths are bigger than others. Some secrets are so heavy they can break careers, destroy businesses, and change everything we thought was true. For years, 50 Cent has been like a mystery man on social media. He posts funny pictures, makes jokes, and hints that trouble is coming for 2 of the biggest stars in the world, Sean Diddy Combs and Will Smith. It used to seem like just another one of 50's fights. But then, things got serious. Quiet rumors became loud lawsuits. Whispers turned into real investigations by the police. The perfect images these stars built started to crack. And 50 Cent, watching from the side, stopped just giving hints. He started connecting dots that most people never even saw. This is the story of the silence being broken. This is about the hidden truths around Diddy and Will Smith, and the man who says he knew the real story all along. Get ready. We're going to dive deep into the world of power, fear, and the real cost of being famous. To get why 50 Cent's words matter so much, you need to know his story. He's not some guy on the outside looking in. He's a survivor. When he was starting his music career, he was shot 9 times. He almost died, but he recovered and, with help from famous rappers Eminem and Dr. Dre, he became one of the best-selling musicians ever. But his success wasn't just about music. He's super smart about business. He built a huge empire that includes TV shows, a water company, a liquor brand, and more. He understands the rules of the streets and the rules of big business. And because he's seen so much, he watches everything. His whole personality is about pointing out what he thinks is fake, weak, or just plain wrong. He's had big, loud fights with other rappers like Ja Rule, Rick Ross, and even boxer Floyd Mayweather. These fights made him look like a person who can't be controlled, who isn't afraid of anyone, and who doesn't play by the normal rules. This is the important part. When 50 Cent looks at Diddy and Will Smith, he's not looking up at them. He sees them as equals, other guys who built huge empires. But in his mind, he built his empire out in the open. His past struggles and violence were right there in his music for everyone to hear. He suggests that maybe other people built their empires a different way, a darker way. The bad blood between 50 Cent and Diddy goes way, way back. It's tied to the history of East Coast hip-hop. When 50 Cent was young, he was mentored by a legendary DJ named Jam Master Jay. 50's biggest early rival was a rapper named Ja Rule, who was friends with Diddy and part of his music crew, Murder Incorporated. This wasn't just a rap battle. It felt like a real war. In 1999, 50 Cent released a song called How to Rob. It was a brutal, funny song where he pretended to rob famous rappers, and he mentioned Diddy by name. This started their relationship, and it was built on pure dislike. But in the last 10 years, 50's comments about Diddy changed. They went from just making fun of him to hinting at something much scarier. When Diddy's ex-girlfriend, the model Kim Porter, died suddenly in 2018, 50 Cent's social media posts got darker. He didn't just joke about Diddy's clothes. He started to hint that people around Diddy were afraid of him. He would repost old videos, like a clip from years ago where Diddy's younger girlfriend, the singer Cassie, looked really nervous in an interview. 50 would put a creepy caption on it, making people wonder what she was scared of. Then, in 2024, things exploded. Federal agents from Homeland Security raided Diddy's huge mansions in Los Angeles and Miami. They were looking for evidence in serious investigations about sex trafficking and other crimes. This was a real police operation, not gossip. When this happened, 50 Cent didn't hold back. He posted video of the raid set to the theme song from his TV show Power, a show all about crime and corruption. He flooded his Instagram with memes, making jokes but also making a point. He was saying, "I told you so." Around this time, several people filed lawsuits against Diddy with terrible accusations. A producer named Lil Rod sued him, and so did Cassie. 50 Cent made sure his millions of followers saw these stories. He reposted news about the lawsuits and made comments supporting the people who were suing. His message was clear. The happy, successful Diddy you see on TV is an act. The real story is about control, fear, and hurting people. 50 Cent became like a megaphone, blowing up the stories that Diddy probably wanted to keep quiet. The stuff with Will Smith is weirder and, for a lot of people, more surprising. Will Smith and 50 Cent weren't really rivals. They lived in different worlds. Will was the friendly, good guy king of Hollywood, from movies like Men in Black and The Fresh Prince. 50 Cent was the tough king of the streets. But after the famous Oscars slap in 2022, when Will Smith walked on stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife, Jada, 50 Cent became obsessed with Will. While everyone else was talking about the slap, 50 Cent looked at the bigger picture. He didn't just make fun of Will. He attacked Will's entire image. He called Will soft, saying his nice guy personality was fake. He kept reposting clips from Jada Pinkett Smith's talk show, Red Table Talk, where she talked very openly about their marriage problems. 50's captions suggested Will was living a lie, that he was controlled and pretending to be someone he wasn't. But the biggest bomb 50 Cent dropped came right after the raids on Diddy's houses. He posted a photo of Diddy and Will Smith together at a party. The caption he wrote sent the internet into a frenzy. "Now this is going to get interesting. I don't think Will Smith is going to like what's coming. Let's see if they make it to the airport." What did that mean? People went crazy trying to figure it out. Was he saying Will Smith was involved in Diddy's problems? Was he saying Will had his own secrets that were about to come out? It made it seem like their stories were connected in a hidden, dark way. 50 was hinting that Will Smith wasn't just a guy who made one mistake at the Oscars, but that he had a whole secret side the public didn't know. Looking around the internet, the stories and rumors that 50 Cent hints at get even deeper. Diddy's freak-off parties. For years, there have been rumors in hip-hop blogs and magazines about Diddy's famous, secretive parties. People called them freak-offs or white parties. The rumors said they were wild, with lots of famous people, and that what happened there was supposed to stay a total secret. Some people online now wonder if these parties are part of what the police are investigating. Will and Jada's entanglement. The word entanglement became a huge joke after Jada Pinkett Smith used it on her show to describe her relationship with singer August Alsina while she and Will were separated. 50 Cent and many others mocked this, saying it proved their family life was nothing like the perfect image they showed. 50 uses this to say the Smiths are phonies. The clown nose theory. One of 50 Cent's meanest jokes about Will Smith is about the Oscar slap. He says that Will looked fine until Jada gave him a dirty look after the joke. Then he got up and slapped Chris Rock. 50 calls this putting on the clown nose, meaning he acted foolishly to please his wife and protect a fake image. He's saying Will's whole reaction was about keeping up appearances, not real anger, amplifying the victims. Every time someone new comes forward with a lawsuit or a bad story about Diddy, 50 Cent is one of the first to post about it. He shared news about Cassie's lawsuit the day it was filed. He posted about the producer Lil Rod, who claims Diddy did terrible things to him. By doing this, 50 isn't just gossiping. He's using his huge platform to make sure these people's voices are heard over Diddy's powerful lawyers and publicists. He's acting like a news channel for Diddy's bad news. So, what is 50 Cent really doing? Is he just a troll who loves drama? Or is he actually revealing something important? In a way, he's being both. He absolutely loves to stir the pot and make people mad. The memes and jokes are part of his brand. But underneath the jokes, he is making serious accusations. He is painting a picture of Hollywood and the music industry as a place where horrible secrets are kept by powerful people, and where the happy stories we see are often just covers for something much worse. He puts Diddy and Will Smith together in our minds. Diddy is facing real, serious legal trouble. Will Smith's trouble is more about his reputation and family drama. But by connecting them, 50 Cent makes us question everything about them. He's asking, if Diddy's perfect life was a lie hiding something bad, what about Will's perfect life? What other secrets are out there? He doesn't have police evidence. What he has is a story, and he's telling that story every single day on his Instagram to millions of people. He's breaking the silence by being the loudest person in the room, pointing at the cracks in the walls and telling us to look closer. Whether you think he's a hero or just a bully, one thing is clear. Because of 50 Cent, a lot of people are looking closer than ever before, and the images of the rich and famous might never look the same again. This is where things get really complicated. Here, 50 Cent stops just commenting on the news. He starts to suggest there's a much bigger, hidden story underneath everything. He's hinting at a secret world, one of private parties, of people being put in bad situations, and maybe even of blackmail. The long-hidden truth he talks about with Will Smith isn't just about the slap. It's about the idea that the Will Smith brand, the perfect guy we all know, was actually a carefully built prison. And 50 hints that Diddy might have the key to its darkest rooms. 50 Cent's theory seems to be that Will Smith's explosion at the Oscars wasn't a random mistake. It was the first crack in a wall that was holding back a whole ocean of secret pain and secret business. So, what exactly is this truth 50 Cent is talking about? It's not one thing. It's more like a big, twisted tapestry, a woven picture made of many dark threads. His big idea is this. The very top of black entertainment in the 1990s and 2000s, where Diddy and Will Smith were kings, wasn't just built on hard work and talent. He suggests it was also built on a darker, hidden current of fear, control, and people being forced to live a lie. For Diddy, the picture 50 Cent paints is of a music mogul whose bad boy label wasn't just a cool name. He makes it sound like it was a way of life. With the lawsuits and raids, 50 pushes the idea that Diddy used his huge power to create a culture of silence. That people who wanted to be stars or work with him got trapped in a beautiful, golden cage they couldn't talk about. In 50's version of the truth, those happy Bad Boy reunion concerts weren't a celebration for everyone. For some people, they were a reunion of trauma. For Will Smith, the truth 50 hints at is one of a psychological prison, that the pressure to be the world's perfect father, perfect husband, and flawless hero meant he had to make deals that crushed his real self. 50 Cent strongly suggests that Will Smith's friendship and time in Diddy's world might have led him into situations that, if they ever came out, would completely destroy the Fresh Prince story forever. He paints Smith as a man who gave up who he really was to sit on a throne of fame, and now he's haunted by the ghosts of that choice. The connection between Diddy and Will Smith in 50's story is that Diddy is the center point, the social center, the power center, and maybe the secret-keeping center. 50's narrative makes it seem like in the high-stakes game of fame, Diddy wasn't just another player at the table. He was, in a way, the house, the casino itself. And the house always knows what card you're holding. This brings up the big question. Who is 50 Cent in all of this? Is he a hero telling the truth? A bitter enemy getting revenge? Or a genius at playing the media? The real answer is probably all three, mixed together. First, the personal grudge. His hate for Diddy is famous. They have been enemies for over 20 years. So, seeing his oldest rival drowning in legal troubles and bad headlines is the biggest win possible for 50. Revealing what he believes is the rotten core behind Diddy's empire is like the final boss level in their lifelong fight. Second, it fits his brand. 50 Cent's whole crew was called G-Unit, which stands for Guerrilla Unit. A guerrilla is a fighter who uses surprise attacks and doesn't follow normal war rules. That's 50's brand. He is the rebel who attacks giants. Taking down huge cultural icons, whether through music or memes, is what he does. This whole saga with Diddy and Will is perfect for him. It creates massive attention online, keeps his name everywhere, and proves his role as the guy who isn't scared of anyone. Every meme gets him more powerful in the world of public opinion. Third, a real hatred for fake people. If you look at 50 Cent's whole career, he saves his worst insults for what he thinks is phony. The biggest sin in his eyes is being a hypocrite, pretending to be something you're not. The difference between Diddy's shiny mogul image and the terrible accusations and the lawsuits is the ultimate hypocrisy to him. The gap between Will Smith's perfect family man act and the strange, messy reality shown on Red Table Talk is a hypocrisy he can't stand. In 50's world, he earned his scars out in the open, literally, from being shot. He seems truly angry at people he thinks hid their scars while acting perfect. Since the first big raids in 2024, the story has kept growing. 50 Cent has been like a news anchor, reporting every new development, but with a sarcastic joke attached. More lawsuits and accusations after Cassie and Lil Rod. Even more people have come forward with lawsuits against Diddy. A famous music producer named Rodney Lil Rod Jones has a lawsuit with incredibly detailed and serious accusations, claiming he saw and experienced terrible things while working for Diddy. He even named other big celebrities in his suit, suggesting a whole network of bad behavior. 50 Cent immediately posted about it, asking the celebrities named if they were going to sue Lil Rod for lying. None of them have. The Epstein comparison. On the internet, especially in comments and videos people make, many have started comparing Diddy's world to that of Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein was a wealthy man who was convicted of terrible crimes and ran a network of powerful people. People are noting the similarities. Huge houses, private planes, famous friends everywhere, and now, very serious federal investigations. 50 Cent himself hasn't made this exact comparison directly, but by constantly posting about the private jets. Let's see if they make it to the airport. And the secretive parties. He is absolutely making people think in that direction. Will Smith's strange viral moments. While Will Smith isn't facing police raids, his public image has taken more hits, and 50 Cent is always there to make fun of it. Videos of Will and Jada at events, where their body language looks strange, go viral. Old interviews resurface, where Will tell strange, vague stories about dark times. 50 Cent clips these and posts them with a simple wow or a laughing emoji, letting his followers fill in the blanks. He keeps the idea alive that Will is living a deeply weird and fake life. The Diddy documentary rumor. For months, there have been strong rumors that major TV networks and streaming services are racing to make a documentary about Diddy's fall from grace, like the ones about Harvey Weinstein or R. Kelly. People online speculate wildly about what might be in it. 50 Cent has joked about this, too, saying he should executive produce it. This keeps the idea in people's heads that an even bigger story is coming. The results of this silence breaking are already happening right in front of us. For Diddy, it's a total disaster for his reputation and possibly his freedom. The lawsuits and federal raids are real legal problems. But 50 Cent's constant spotlight makes it 1,000 times worse in the public's eyes. He has shaped the story so that every new piece of bad news for Diddy feels like confirmation of what 50 has been saying for years. No fancy PR statement from Diddy's team can fight against 50's army of memes. For Will Smith, the damage is to everything he built over 30 years. The Oscars slap started people asking questions. But 50 Cent's hints and theories have opened a door to much worse questions. Who is he really? And what did he do to protect that perfect image? His legacy is now under a dark cloud of suspicion, not because of proven crimes, but because of the story 50 has helped write around him. For 50 Cent, he has made himself look like a prophet to millions of people. He is the guy who was right all along. He dared to say the things no one else would. His credibility with his fans is now unshakable. He is seen as the only honest man in a room full of liars. But the biggest fallout might be for us, the audience. This whole saga forces us to look back at the last 30 years of pop culture differently. The music we partied to, the movies we loved, the celebrities we idolized. 50 Cent's huge accusation is that the entertainment industry, especially at the very top, is a machine. It eats up real people and real lives, and it spits out perfect fairy tales. And the men we thought were kings, like Diddy and Will Smith, were sometimes just the most famous prisoners in their own castles. Has 50 Cent actually broken the silence and told us the whole truth? No, he is not a reporter with secret files. He is not a lawyer with evidence in a courtroom. He is a storyteller. He is a troublemaker with the world's biggest megaphone. He finds the dots, a lawsuit here, an old weird interview there, a photo of two men at a party, and he connects them for everyone to see. He lets the scary implications do all the work. The real, factual truth will be decided by judges, juries, police investigations, and the brave people who come forward to tell their stories under oath. But 50 Cent's role cannot be denied. He has been the catalyst, the chemical that makes a reaction speed up. He prepared the public to believe things they might have ignored before. He gave a voice to the quiet suspicions that many people had, but were too polite or too scared to say out loud. He made it okay to question the kings. In the end, this story is like a modern Shakespeare play or a Greek tragedy. It's about power, image, and the masks people wear to survive. Diddy's mask, the untouchable, party-loving mogul, is in pieces on the ground. Will Smith's mask, the flawless, heroic family man, is cracked and crumbling. And 50 Cent, he never really wore a mask. His brand was always his own real, scarred face. In this new world where secrets are exploding into the light, the man who never pretended to be perfect suddenly looks like the only one who can see the whole game clearly. He didn't break the silence with a quiet whisper. He broke it with a loud, cynical laugh that shook the walls of Hollywood. A laugh that said, "I told you so." Now, take a good look at who they really are. What do you think? Is 50 Cent a truth teller exposing a dark reality? Or is he just the world's most powerful troll, playing the long game for revenge and clicks? The memes are funny, but the questions they raise are deadly serious. About power, about image, about what happens behind the scenes of the fame machine. We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe there's a bigger web to unravel? Who do you want us to deep dive into next? If you're hooked on this saga of secrets and survival, make sure you're part of the conversation. Hit that like button if this story grabbed you. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. Because in this world of secrets, the story never really ends.